Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Lurs here, and today back again with another YouTube video. Now, quick disclaimer, a lot of this information that's going to be in this video was said in my last FPS guide, so if you've already seen that, not much really has changed. Some did, mind you, but not really. A lot changes between patches to patch. It's mainly like a few settings tweaks here and there, but like I said, a lot of this information was already said in my last video. I just want to do an updated one because a lot of people got a new PC for Christmas, so a lot of these settings will not be applied. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so starting off, first things first, what you want to do is you want to open your launcher settings. This is extremely important. This is going to help you the most, and do this consistently. Open up your game settings. You're going to want to clear cache. I like to hit it twice. Then once you're done there, go to your logs. I have 4 because I've only played like a couple of raids, but you might have a lot more. Delete that. Then go to your recycling bin, empty that out. Now that's done. Now once you do that, go to your launcher settings. Make sure to have it when I close the launcher window, exit the launcher completely. Right here. So that means when you start the game, this disappears. It's just unnecessary things to have running in the background. Everything else, whatever. Okay, so that's done. Now you want to go ahead, if you're on Windows 10, right-click, control panel 0. If you're on Windows 11, more options, control panel. Okay, want to go to your 3D settings. Now this is going to be for your overall computer. Like I said, if you got a new computer for Christmas, this is going to not help you only with Tarkov. This is going to help you with every single game you're playing. So go ahead and follow my settings here. Only really start to dive in when it gets down to here. So what I like to do here, start your global settings. Down to where it goes to the latency mode. I like to put mine on. You can put it to application controlled. It doesn't really matter. Max frame rate, leave that alone. Open rendering GPU, select your GPU. Now that's done. Power management mode. Go ahead, prefer maximum performance. Cache size, don't worry about that. Texture filter quality, put that to high performance. Threaded optimization, don't worry about that. Triple buffering, don't worry about that. Apply. What that does, that actually makes your GPU and CPU work. Like if you don't have that enabled, just by default, sometimes the game won't actually pick up your GPU or CPU. So like you absolutely have to have these enabled. Once you are done there, go over to here. Find your Tarkov. If you don't have your Tarkov here in the little like drop down tab, go to add and then add it. This is for the application itself. See how mine already has the like everything done like how we did on the last page right here. So if you want to go ahead and pause the video, this is my settings right here. Once you're done with that, go on down to where is right here, just color desktop. You can use mine. If you don't like that, you can just mess around with it. This is what I use instead of post effects. I do not use post effects. Post effects kill your FPS. It might look nice, but man, it is going to tank your shit. So if you can get away with not using it, this is a way better alternative in my opinion. So once we're done with that, let's hop into the in-game settings and I'll help you out there. All right, now that we're into the in-game stuff, what you want to do here, quick slots, you can put that on always shown. This is just personal preference all the way up to right here. The health color scheme, I like to put that on polychrome. So like it shows when your limbs are about to go like black and stuff like that. Continuous medkit healing, I have that disabled. Vault over medium, that's just your hotkey. Like I said, a lot of this stuff doesn't really matter. If you have below 16 gigabytes of RAM, which I don't know why you would, but if you do, or you have really slow RAM, you can go ahead and chuck on automatic RAM cleaner. What I like to do, I just like to restart my raids every 5 or so raids. What an automatic RAM cleaner is going to do, every single time you get out of a raid or you have a lot of backed up cache, your game will hitch. So like that can happen in the middle of a gunfight. Your game will try and clear its cache, you're going to get a freeze frame, you're going to die. Trust me, it happened to me quite a few times. Keep it off if you can. Only use physical cores. Doesn't matter if you have the top of line CPU. Tarkov loves single core. Like, they don't like multi-threading. They like having your pure core being used. I don't know why. So if you get more FPS with this checked off, great. But odds are you're gonna get better FPS with it checked on. Moving over to the graphics, I like to play borderless because I'm streaming, recording most of the time. I like to tab out, do other stuff. Doesn't really matter. If you're on Windows 10, keep it full screen. Windows 11, you don't experience input delay. So, fair warning. Texture quality, keep it medium. Between medium and low, it's maybe 2 to 3 FPS. If it's crucial to you, keep it low. Shadow quality, low, medium, personal preference. Object LOD, keep it at 2.5. This is going to be when you're looking at objects in the distance, you're like, man, that looks like shit. That's your quality. So like when you're trying to look through a window and it looks like clay and you can't see through the window, try and bump it up a bit. But again, don't go over 2.5. You're going to kill your frames doing that. Overall visibility, keep that between 1,000 to 1,500. Again, personal preference. You're not going to hit a 1,500 meter shot. So like, great if you can see the person, but it's kind of useless information, you know. Someone 1,500 meters away from you isn't that big of a threat. So I like to keep it at 1,000. Haven't really noticed anything, so. Clouds, low. Anti-aliasing, TAA, you can mess around with that. DLSS, garbage. I would only use that if you're barely hitting 60 FPS. Go ahead and throw on DLSS. Resampling 1. HBAO, max performance. That's going to actually increase the light in dark places. Excuse me, or not. Not this one, sorry. That is for like shimmering effects, like puddles and stuff. The SSR is what's going to actually increase like a dark room. So like crack house, the top of the hallway, say you're at the top of the stairs about to go up and you're looking at the red door by the couch, that would actually be a little bit lighter versus if you didn't have this on at all. So anisotropic filtering, Jesus, off. I can't even say that word. On plus boost, sharpness, personal preference, lobby, FPS 60. Make sure this is set to your closest refresh rate. And make sure to on-check every single one of these boxes besides streets. Check that. Make sure that's checked. Make sure it's checked. Again, I don't use post effects. Sound, this is actually kind of nuts. They introduced new audio. They took away the option to enable bilinear audio, so by default it is always enabled. So what that means is if you have this cranked, you are going to hear nothing but your guy searching and moving stuff. Put that to 20, 10, or even 0 if you want it. That, dude, trust me, when you're looting a bag and you're searching, like, you know, all this sounds of like the shuffling around like the bag makes, making this low, that eliminates that, so you can actually hear people's footsteps running up and down. Like, trust me, it is a game changer. So like and that is basically it. That's all I have for you guys. The rest is mainly personal preference. So again, these are my settings. The most important thing you can do if you completely negate the rest of this guide: clear your logs. Absolutely clear your logs. That is going to give you the most FPS possible. I promise. So if this guy did help you whatsoever, please go ahead and drop down below, comment and let me know if I did help you out. And yeah, man, make sure you stick around for more guides. Drop a follow, drop a sub, you know, drop a like. It really does help the channel grow. And as always, guys, this has been your boy Lurs, and I'm out. Peace.